Yes, we survived what could have been a shameful night. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not been done before. It has been done before, losing to a team that is not in the Premier League. But we thank God. Yeah. We thank God. Seriously, man. We thank God. At least we won this. We won. We didn't have to go to extra time or penalties, which is one of the great thing about it. But when they talk about the game overall, and we get into the games, and squad selections and all of that, I mean, well, we're thankful that the sub came on, and then the game changed and went in the right direction. But well, let's get into it anyways. Mr. Maresca, why do you like making things difficult? Why do you like difficult situation? I never get it, to be honest. I never get it. I'm still asking the same question I've been asking since the start of this channel of talking about Chelsea, since the start of the season, actually. Yes, I've been asking the same questions. What are Maresca's ambitions? What does he want to win? Because whatever you want to win, the time is how you approach the game and how you set up the team and, how you go for it. Because I know we've got Newcastle as the next game. Yes, we have to rest players. We have to rest the team. We have to make sure everybody's fully well rested for that game. But we can't underestimate the current opponents that we have right now. Today, to me, was a lucky escape. Big, massive lucky escape. That's what I call it. Lucky escape. We went through, but, it could have ended up bad. I mean, the first half was literally nothing to talk about, to be honest, because the game, people were just not connecting. Because that's what happens when you change the entire squad selection from the goalkeeper to the striker. When you bring new people in, you bring mans we don't want to see on the pitch, you still brought them in. But yeah, you're literally playing guys that should be in like the CD team, not even the B team, bro. But which is cool. I mean, at the end of the day, you paid off. But I don't know what you guys think. I don't get it. Why do managers do this? Rest players for the first half and then bring them on at the second half to come and save the day. Yes, it has worked today. I have no issue, no qualms about it. But it's worked today. It had worked today. It had worked in so many scenarios. It seems like it's a pattern that Premier League managers uses every single time. You bring in a player to run the first half, and then if the game is not going the way you want it to go, then in the second half you bring your main players to come and do the job. Yes. But sometimes, don't you just want peace of mind? Don't you just want, bring on your good players, bring on your players, and let them come in, and let them just run out and smash all the goals in, get like 3-4 goals in, and then you bring the players to come and do the hard and the difficult work, which is to defend and to secure the lead. It's another way of saying it. I don't know. Let me let me know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I don't know why. Mr. Maresca likes the difficult, the highway. That's what he likes. He doesn't like the sleep road. He likes the highway, the difficult one. He wants to join into the highway hot, but he wants to be the talking points. That's how I see it. He wants to cause commotions. He wants to keep the heart of the fans racing. That's how I see it, because that's what this game was all about. Cardiff was still enjoying the game. They were still passing around. At some point, they even looked like the Premier League team more than us, because, But yeah, it is what it is. We might need to win. We're not we're not saying, whatever. I mean, I'm sure you must have seen my previous video when I started talking about Garnacho and how I'm tired of him and how I'm done with him and all that kind of stuff. And then it comes back today. Yes, Mr. Garnacho. But, well, thank you for the goals. We're grateful. We're not gonna, even though, like I said, I'm not really quite bothered about what you do for the team, because initially I didn't really want you to be signed anyways. But you got signed and now you're a player, and it seems like you like to score the difficult chances, because those 2 chances today were not the easy one. You had the easy one on the weekend, you did not score. You had the tap-ins, you did not score them. The ones that are more difficult to take on, seems like you like wrapping your foot around the ball. So maybe that's what we're going to be serving you. I'm sure, it would be good to see you taking up positions like that, like you did today. We know it's Cardiff. You're not going to get that against the Premier League team or a top defending team. They're not going to give you that. So you have to find a way of creating more chances. But today, you bailed us out. You came in as a sub. I don't even know. Maybe that's another tactics. Maybe we should start bringing Garnacho on rather than, bringing Gittins on and all that stuff. Maybe you bring on Gittins on to come and walk the defenders, stress them out a bit, get them all tired, and then you bring another player on, and then, he can have a good run at them. Because, we seem like, Gittins ain't going to find that form for now. And Garnacho is stepping above him a little bit, with obviously his scoring goals and all of that. So, maybe that's what we should be doing. Get Gittins to come and run at the defenders, get them tired, ready and prepped for Garnacho to come and pounce on. That's another strategy. We have to try and implement these things. Mr. Maresca, you have to be able to put these tactics together and see what works well for the team in order to get the best out of your player. Today, he scored 2 goals. Obviously, Pedro Neto as well. Coming in as a sub, great one. I actually think Pedro Neto coming on as a sub would actually be dangerous because we've seen what he can do even from playing. We saw what he did at Arsenal, the full 90 minutes, literally on top of their left back, on top of him, all the way from the beginning to the end. Imagine this guy with his pace and with his ability to bang in the ball with, with so much power in him to come in and run at the tired defender. Well, obviously, primarily, like I said, they're not going to make it that easy for you. They're going to just throw another left back. That's why everybody has 2 replacements for the same position. But great one today. Great game today. Now, I'm not saying great game, actually. It was an okay game. We managed to scale through. We managed to go through. We didn't, it was suffering though to see the first half and look at, but it turned to an happy ending. But it still does not see anything. We're playing a League One team. They're not, we shouldn't be in this situation where they're scoring goals. This kind of game should be ending 5-0, 6-0. For the kind of team I want, you might not want that team though, but the kind of team I want is a team that takes on a League One and show them the Premier League standard, not to be struggling against them. That's the kind of team I want. Yeah. I mean, it's good to see Caicedo back on the pitch, having his run after his 3-match ban. I'm pretty sure he should be ready for the Newcastle game. Hopefully, it'll be good to see him back, and I'm looking forward to the formation Maresca is going to play. Really, I'm looking forward to it. To see what formation is going to set up against Newcastle. I hope it's a good one. I hope we can able to be fit. Today we didn't see Esteban. So we don't know what that means for Esteban in the next game against Newcastle. We don't know. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Is he all right? We didn't hear any update about him. Guy's just not there. I thought he was going to church to pray for Chelsea because Chelsea do need that prayer. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we don't know. But I'm begging for, I want to see Cole Palmer and Esteban together. I want to see them combine. I want to see them, they will be able to create something. Both of them have this good ability to cause trouble, hold up the ball, dribble, make something out of nothing. And having both of those traits will be really, really, really good. Yeah, Newcastle, not really. They've been playing well, to be honest. They've been playing well, but I think Chelsea knows how to handle them. So it's not a team I'm quite worried about, to be honest. I think Chelsea can handle them. It's going to be a tough battle. It's not going to be easy, but we should be all right. We shouldn't be too worried. But, you can never tell. We get high and excited about Chelsea, and then we find out that, it might be a bad day. But we do set up against team that we look like we can't beat, and, we turn up there. So I'm hoping this game be like that game, to be fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I nearly forgot. I was going to talk about McGill. I don't know what to expect from him as well. We saw great potential at the start when he came back from his loan. When we hijacked him back and draw him back into the team. And, we saw some great potential. But now that he's been getting more game time, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and we're really not seeing much from him, It's starting to become worrying. I'm actually getting worried about that. So, even though I'm a big fan of him, I want him to do well. I want him to do well because he has been sitting on the bench for so long. So I want him to do well. But we need more. We need more. We need more. I don't know. It could be the formation. Maybe you guys can tell me. It could be the formation. Is it the formation keeping McGee where it's at? That's why we're not seeing his potential. Because, Mr. Maresca wants somebody like Joao Pedro that drops back to come and, to come and make those passes in order to get to the front. But it's a difficult job. It's a difficult job when you're no longer on the last man. You're no longer on the last man, and then you're coming back. You're right next to the central defensive midfielder. You're in the midfield. You've got two hurdles to jump over. Then that's what you have to do, because you've come and received the ball. You've laid it off, you've held up the play, you've found another player that's going to pick up the ball and then go to the wing, and then you now have to sprint back into the box. It's a bit difficult. It's not back like in the old fashioned when the striker just hold up the last man, and then you keep dragging and keep making the pitch longer and bigger for your wingers to run in and then give you that pass, and then you do your headers or you tap in or your whatever. But we've seen a lot of drop back, and that's what we're seeing. So, which is going to take a big, massive toll on the striker, because it's extra work. But so we don't know what to expect from him, to be honest. Yeah, defending today. You see, when Maresca changes the whole defense, just know, especially when you see Tosin on the pitch, just know there's no way we're keeping a clean sheet. Just forget about it. Or there's no way, we're not going to struggle, because Tosin, Atto, and who else was there? I can't remember who was on the other side. Achimpong was actually all right today. I didn't know why he came off. They played him at right back, still did the job. When you play him at centre back, he still did the job. This is one kid that's been consistent, and he's not getting enough reward for it. He's still young. I get it. They're still young, but Tosin and Badeshu did all right. But Tosin actually did all right today. So, we're not going to be, even though, he has shown us too many nightmares, but we can't fault him. To be fair, the only person we can actually fault for considering a goal is actually Gusto, But I'm not going to fault Gusto for that goal as well neither, because he's playing a position he's not used to. And Maresca is demanding some other things from a player. Someone's coming to the team as a right back, and now you're making him to play other position. You're making him to do some inverted runs, to do some next things, and be in certain position that he's probably not used to. So he can't track somebody there. A right back is probably used to seeing the defender, the attacker on the other side far off, and he's thinking to himself, yeah, I'm allowed to give him that gap. No matter if they cross the ball, someone from the front line is going to put their head on it. And even if it comes to the back post, you have limited chance. All I just have to do is just put my head. So you can't blame him for not tracking that guy, but you should be tracking your man at the end of the day as a defender, regardless of, you should be. Our main problem is we don't know how to identify threats. We don't know how to see a threat and then quickly stop it. We don't know. We don't read the game. We do a lot of ball watching, but we don't read the game. We don't snuff out the threats. We're just there. Yes, there, letting the ball develop. That's why. That's what Gusto was doing. So he was surprised when the guy was there putting his hand. He was like, "Ooh, that's me. I should be tracking this guy," even though he was right in front of him at one point. And the moment the guy was about to put the cross in, he outran him. And because, yes, his position was not right neither, his stance was not right, his back was against his goal. So I don't know how he was going to try and track back when somebody's running directly at you with full force. Yeah. So it's just one of those things. Just one of those things that we keep seeing every single time we rotate. When Chalobah and Fofana is not playing together, or they're not, both of them are not in the middle, just know we're in for trouble and we're in for a mess. It's just one of those things that we're gonna see. But yeah, other than that, keeper can't say nothing more today. Man came out, took out all of the defender at some point in front of all of the players that run erect at them. Yeah, that was good. He did well. I mean, it's not Sanchez. What's this other keeper? The jug is saying whatever his name is. I don't know how to say his name. Yeah, but overall, tactically, I don't even want to say tactically it was good, but we prevailed, we won, we went through. That's all that matters. But me, I'm expecting the next set of round, Maresca actually plays a much stronger team and they should stop faffing around. We just need a trophy. To be honest, I just want a trophy, regardless of whatever it is. I'm not too bothered. It's been a long time we've won the Premier League. I would like us to win the Premier League, but we don't start right. We don't get in the attitude right. We don't do anything, that makes us look like we want it more. So at the moment, I can't really say what title contenders, even though yes, the gap is still feasible, but how many people are going to drop points at this stage? That's going to make us miraculously come back. If we come back and win the Premier League, it will be a miracle. So let's try and take whatever we can get. Champions League is looking tougher. Let's try and take the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Let's just try and get one of those two and see where we go to and see how we'll get. For all we know, with all that Maresca is talking about, we might not see him next year. If you're going to be coming against your boss and your owners, you're biting more than you can chew, fam. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But it is what it is. We might just be on the lookout for another manager next season. Yeah, that's if he makes it to the end of the season as well. If he doesn't keep his mouth where he needs to be. Anyways, well, that's all we're going to talk about today. And we are going to leave it there for you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Try and help us and support us to get to 1,000, 5,000, 100K subscribers. Yes, hopefully we'll be creating some more nice content for you to enjoy in the future. But for now, that's all we have for you. And thank you. I don't know if I'm going to be live matching or live watching the Newcastle game. It depends on where I am. If I'm able to, I will do. If not, well, definitely I'll try and get a match reaction. It's festive season, so things might be a little bit, but it is what it is. Thank you and stay blessed. God loves you. Jesus loves you. Be blessed.